while you are on your journey of self-improvement, you're trying to become the best version of yourself, you're trying to go achieve your goals and literally just get the things out of life that you want, you always have to realize that the world is yours. You literally have the capabilities and the possibilities to do anything that you want. You can achieve anything out of this world. There is nothing that is too far away or too impossible. There is no challenge that you cannot overcome. There is nothing that you cannot get over. There's no hurdles that you can't jump over. If you can't jump over it, you can slide under it. If you can't slide under it, you can go around it. There's always a way to solve the issues that you have in life. And I feel like while we are on this journey, while we are trying to better ourselves and improve, and we want to stay caught up with everything that is going on, sometimes we start to restrain ourselves, or we restrict ourselves, and we put ourselves in these, we chain ourselves up, we lock ourselves up, and we don't realize we are doing this. And as a result, it causes our own sadness, our own frustration, our own difficulties, because we know we have things that we need to do. We have things that need to be done. We want to get to our goals and achieve them, right? So we almost look at it as if we have to do these things, like we are forcing ourselves to do these things. And as human beings, we don't like to be forced to do things. You don't like to be told what to do. You know what I'm saying? When someone tells you to do something, you don't really want to do that thing. Like when you're working somewhere, you don't really want to do that thing, but you'd rather just do it on your own. And if you are trying to become an entrepreneur, oftentimes than not, we're trying to escape this 9-to-5 life where we have to be somewhere at a certain time. We got to do this at this time. Someone tells us where to go, how to act, or how to behave, when, or what to wear, whatever, right? So we're trying to escape that life, because it's quite miserable. We hate it, right? It's just terrible. And we oftentimes create that prison for our own selves. We put ourselves under these restraints and restrictiveness, and we live this militant lifestyle where we tell ourselves we can't, we can't have fun, we can't, we have to do things in a certain way. And that is very restrictive. We tell ourselves we have to meditate at this certain time. We got to meditate for 20 minutes or I'm going to get in trouble or something like that. And we kind of feel that way. But instead of doing that, instead of feeling that like we saying, oh, I have to go to the gym, I have to go to work, I have to go meditate, I have to go read. Instead of saying I have to go do, why don't you just say I get to do this thing? So, you have all these things you have to do. Give yourself the free will to choose not to do it. You can do it or not do it, but you choose to do it because you know that it's going to help you get where you want to be. That way, you're not doing it against your own will. And, this discipline stuff is sweet. It's nice to be disciplined. Discipline is very essential. You need discipline on those days where you don't feel like getting out of bed in the morning. But discipline does not get you a very long way, because when you are doing everything out of discipline, you're not really doing it of quality. It's not of quality. You're not really enjoying yourself. You have to always remember, we were put on this earth to enjoy our lives, not become self-improvement robots. You know what I'm saying? Like projects, and we have to be better than everyone else. I feel like a lot of times when we are trying to improve ourselves, right, and we want to become better, we're not really always we're not always doing it for ourselves. Sometimes we think about what other people will think of us. We want to impress. You want to impress your mom. You want to impress your dad, your aunties, your uncles, right? You want to impress your grandfather, your grandparents, right? Your grandmother, your siblings and everything. You want to impress everybody. You want to impress your friends. But instead of trying to impress them, why don't you instead try to impress you? Impress yourself. Impress you. Because that's all it's about at the end of the day. When you are trying to impress you, you're not really worried about, oh, did I meditate for 30 minutes today? Did I meditate for 20 minutes? Just go meditate for 5 minutes, 10, 15. It does not matter how perfect you can tackle your day. All that really matters is the fact that you were able to be as productive as possible. So some days you're only going to have 80 or 70%. So maybe you give 65, you give it your all. Just because it's not 100 doesn't mean you aren't being productive. You're still getting things done. And when you're doing it for yourself, you're not in a rush to become successful. That's the problem with everyone these days. Everyone wants to be in a rush to get rich, be in a rush to get into a relationship, or be in a rush to start a business, or in a rush to do said thing. And I get it. We're all in bad situations. So it seems like we're oftentimes desperate to get out of those situations. But if we could just live a sustainable life and sustain and build positive build positive traits about ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Build up your confidence, build up your mental resiliency, build up your self-love, build up your trust with yourself, self-control. Build up these things that are going to help you in the long run. That's what the problem with a lot of people out here is. We are oftentimes we're taught to seek money, seek monetary value, monetary gain, materialistic, worldly stuff, and start a business and make a whole lot of money or something, and get things done. But we're not actually thinking about building the traits that help us become successful. We're focused on becoming successful, but instead of focusing on success and becoming, what we can get, everything we can get from becoming successful, why don't we focus on the traits that will make us successful? So let's focus on building our confidence, building our mental resiliency, building strength, becoming a better person. Because when you focus on building yourself up as a person, not only will you get better business opportunities and make more money, your relationships, your fitness, everything in your life is going to all fall into place. You just have to you have to put everything in God's hands. You have to let God take the wheel and control it. And for about 30 days, I've been on this fast, and it's it hasn't been all 100% perfect. I've messed up a little bit, on this fast. I'm not supposed to drink. I'm not supposed to do any type of bad habits at all. I'm not supposed to fap or it's really kind of like a monk mode, but I want to call it a fast, really. And I'm supposed to just focus on myself, focus on work and meditate, read, prayer, all that stuff every day. And I can tell you right now, I haven't been 100% perfect with it. You know what I'm saying? But you have to look at it from the bright side. You have to look at it from the positives. You have to look at the positives of things, because personally, I've gained a lot out of this. It's been probably like 5 weeks ago I started this journey, and I'm already seeing all the positive effects of my confidence, my mental resiliency, all that stuff. And it's not like I just started this routine. I've been meditating, I've been on self-improvement for over a year now. And I've had a YouTube channel for a long time. I've been making YouTube videos for maybe for almost a year now. So these things don't happen overnight. You don't achieve growth overnight. I feel like that's the problem. We try to rush everything. We think it's going to happen overnight when it doesn't. You make sustainable progress. You fill up this change jar day by day, and months later, you know what I'm saying, years later, you see that change jar filled up, lots of coins and stuff. So, you know what I'm saying, if you're on this journey and you're trying to become the best version of yourself and all that, make sure you take time to breathe, take time to heal and recover. Because this is my mistake a lot of the times. I would basically work on my business, my game development 6 days out of the week, right? And I go to the gym 6 days out of the week, make sure I'm doing something. And I take Sunday off, but Sunday I'm still 7 days a week, I'm still doing my ride share, my, gig economy stuff, work and everything. Still doing that. And I'm working basically 7 days a week, and my body doesn't get time to relax. My mind doesn't get time to relax. I'm working 7 days a week. So you need to make sure you take one day out of the week to focus on God. Have a holy day. It could be Sunday, it could be Saturday. It doesn't matter what day it is, honestly. It really just depends on what works for you. But I chose Sunday. That might change, but you take one day out of the week and really just focus on you, focus on God, and just recharge, recover, relax, and you're ready to work the next day. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of times we think we're supposed to work 7 days a week when that's just crazy. We're human beings, right? You can't go to the gym and exercise the same exact muscle 5 days in a row, 6 days in a row. You shouldn't even be going to the gym 6 days in a row. Because I see most people out here, they go to the gym that much. But truth is, your body needs time to recover. Your body needs time to recuperate, because it's during the time when you're not working, during the time, you're not working out, you're not exercising, you're not meditating, you're not doing, that is when you're getting better, when you're taking time away from things. Remember, absence makes the heart grow fonder. And this is true in relationships, and it's even true in business. When you take time away from things and you go take a walk, you know what I'm saying, you go walk in the forest and all that, and you focus on you, focus on God, focus on what's going on in your life, and stop worrying about your bills and finances so much, you begin to get a clear state of mind. And, right now I'm a little sick, so I haven't really been as productive as I want. So, you know what I'm saying? And it really bothers me. And I'm trying to relax, trying my best to relax, but, and you have to be positive. You have to have a positive mindset about becoming the best version of yourself, and you have to have the mental resiliency to keep hustling, keep pushing through the hardships that come with life. So that's one of the most important things, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to get rich and trying to build your finances and money and all that, that's not good enough. You need to do it in a way where you are building upon all areas of your life instead of just one. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be super rich and then you have terrible social skills, you have no relationships, you have, you don't work out, you're overweight or you're skinny and all that stuff. You don't want a life like that. You want a life where you're balanced all around. You want to be a well-rounded man, not someone who just does one thing, who just works all day, 12 hours a day, gets off, and and thinks he's doing something. And I mean, if that's what you want to do with your life, kudos to you. But if you want to take your life further and you want to actually live a fulfilling and happy, positive life, you know what I'm saying? Because all the self-help gurus and everybody on YouTube, they're always telling you that you need to work all day. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta work really hard to get where you want to be. And I think that I don't really know about that, because yeah, I feel like you benefit if you work a little bit less. If you focused on doing more meaningful work, practice, and working on your skills than just doing busy work and just sitting at the computer all day, even though you're not doing anything, that's not productive. That's because you're working all day doesn't mean you're productive. So you have to be productive. And you can't be productive 12 hours a day. It's just not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Unless you level yourself up to get there, So if you want to take your life further, you want to get right and all that, I'm going to be making videos on fitness and hiking and all types of stuff later in the future. And, so if you're interested in that, self-improvement and all that, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, man. My name's Raheem the GOAT, and never give up. Your youngest self is rooting for you. Peace.